Today we're going to be unboxing the Sony Action Camera HDR-AS200V. You're going to need to buy a memory chip at the same time you buy your camera. You see that number 50 there? On your memory chip, this number here should be bigger than that. So I recommend getting this memory card here, 64 gigabytes. So we're going to go ahead and unbox this camera, and we're going to go over some of the contents and how to get started on it with charging the battery. Now, I've heard some pretty good things about this Sony Action camera. I hear some people say it's better than the GoPro. So let's go ahead and take it out of the box. First, we go ahead and undo these little tape on the side of the box. It's got little round pieces of tape that hold the box together. All we do is undo those on both sides. Once you take this tape off like that, then it slips right off of here. So here we go. Take that side off. It's better when you're working with two hands. So anyhow, you take this off. All of the extras are underneath the camera. So we lift up the camera. You'll need a screwdriver. Later on, you'll need a screwdriver to undo that. And then we're going to go ahead and look at some of the accessories that are in this box. Now, this camera here, the AS200V, it came out in the beginning of 2016. So it's this year's camera. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and take out the accessories out of the box. Inside this box, you're also going to have your manual, some paperwork in the manual. Definitely want to save all your paperwork. You'll notice when we get into this, there's no power cord per se. You know, I thought that was strange because when you charge the battery up, you're going to use a USB cable. It's going to connect right to your laptop. So you see, here's everything that's in the box, and you're going to use that cable right there is going to be to charge the battery. So that's what we're going to be getting to at the end of the video. Show you how to do that. Here's the battery. We're going to show you how to put the battery in, what direction to put it in. At the same time we put the battery in, we're also going to put the memory chip in that I showed you earlier. So here we go. Now we're going to go ahead and use your screwdriver, and you're going to go ahead and take the camera off the base plate. Okay, so now we're going to, we've got the camera off the base plate. So now it's time to take the camera out of the protective outer casing. As you can see here, it's got a clear outer casing which protects the camera. And so we're going to see that little switch there. I'll show you at the bottom. To take the case off, we're going to go to the bottom here. Here we go. See, that's you're going to push that down, and then you're going to push that part up. So you push that down, and then the other part right above it comes up, and then it pops off. So then that's the way that pops off. And then you just take the camera out of the protective casing. So remember what we're trying to do here. We're getting to a point where we're going to put the new battery in. We're going to put the memory chip in. So to do that, you have to take it out of the protective case. Really nice, clear, protective case. I'm really impressed with the camera so far. It is really well made. It looks like it. The casing is a very nice added touch. So now we're going to put the chip in. See, here's the chip. Memory chip, and you're going to follow directions. So before we can charge the battery, we have to put the battery in, and at the same time we put the battery in, put the chip in. So see, this is how you open the back up. You see that? You open the back part up. The battery has a little arrow on it. So here we go. See the arrow there on the battery? That's where the arrow is going to be pointing in that direction. And also here's the memory chip. The memory chip is going to have the printed side up. See, just follow it. It's all you have to do is follow the directions. I've already taken, this is the chip, memory chip. I've already taken it out of its packaging. When we put it in, the printed side will be up. I'll show you that here in a moment. See, that's the printed side. And we're just going to slip it in there. So let's go ahead and do it. Now you see the arrow there? See the arrow? So the arrow goes in that direction. That's the way it goes in. Now here's the memory chip. Remember how the printed side is up? We just slide the little tiny booger in there. You see? There you go. It's going to be a little tricky first to be, but it's kind of tiny. So there you go. You get that in there, and make sure you get it in the right position. Don't force it in. And then you just gently push it in, and it's in. To take it out, you just gently push it in. Push it. If you want to take it out, you just gently push on it again. Now, when you close it, make sure there's a yellow. That right there where the latch is, there'll be a yellow spot. You cannot see the yellow. If you don't see any yellow, then you know that the door is closed properly. This is where we're going to hook up the USB cable. Now, remember, we got the battery in. Now it's time to charge the battery. So you just hook up the cable to that spot there. Pretty simple. And then the other side is going to be hooked into your computer. This is how you charge your Sony HDR-AS200V. This is how you do it. So there's your laptop or your computer. You just plug it in, and that's the way you charge it. Now there'll be a light that comes on your camera. There'll be a yellow light that shows it's charging. I'll show you that here in a second. Right there, see that little light? And once, okay, so you leave it on until that light goes out. When that light goes out, the battery's charged, and then you'll be ready to learn how to use the camera. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time in this video to teach you how to use the camera. I do have to tell you this though, when you plug this camera in to charge it, you have to make sure that your laptop or your computer is plugged into a power source, because it takes a whole lot of power to charge this. If your laptop is not charged in, there may not be enough power to get the job done. And also, don't let your laptop or your computer go to sleep. It has to be on all the time for this light to be on. And then once the light goes out, it's fully charged and you're ready to go on to learn how to use the camera.